Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Jonathan and you're watching Virtually BGCMC. In this video, I'm going to show you how to draw Grogu, aka Baby Yoda from the show Mandalorian. So we're going to start off here with our basic shapes. And the head is going to be a nice big oval going this way. Okay. From here, we're going to draw the body shape. So Baby Yoda wears this big robe. Well, it's not so big, but it covers his whole body. And the shape we're going to get in place for it is going to be kind of a bell shape here, going down. And then here, we're going to curve around this way. If you want to make it a little bit more simple for yourself, you can make this line just going straight across if you want. But I think adding this curve here at the bottom adds just a nice extra layer of detail here. Okay. Now, the shapes for the arms are going to be these rectangles coming down from the bottom of the oval here. This arm, because his body, he is going to be turning a little bit to the side, looking that way. So this arm is going to be overlapping the body a little bit. We're going to get this shape in place. Here, you don't have to bring it all the way up back to the oval. We are going to put a collar in here for his robe, so it's going to cover up a lot of these lines. And then this arm, since it's behind the body, we're going to start up here, bring it this way, and then end it right there on the side of the body. So do your best to make sure that the arms are lined up around the same level so that they're the same length. Now from here, we're going to get the shape of the ears in, and we're going to go to the top of the oval and draw the top going this way, and the bottom of the ear is going to come down pretty low here on the side of the head shape. We're going to do the same thing over here on this side. This ear you can make a little bit smaller, again, because his head is turned towards this way. We're not seeing as much of this ear. Now the cool thing about this style of drawing Baby Yoda is once you know all the parts and all the ideas, the basics, you could change the pose in any way you want. So for example, if you want the ears tilting down more in a sad expression, you could do that. If you want to raise the arms up, making them a little bit like a happier expression, you could do that too. You're using the same shapes, just positioning them in different ways. So here, these are all the basic shapes that we're going to need. Now I'm going to draw the midline of the face. Because the head is turned this way, the middle of the face is going to turn in this direction as well. That's why I'm curving it. Once that's in place, it's going to help me get the position of the nose, which is just going to be this shape, an upside down U. And with this expression, we'll make him nice and happy. So we'll get a big smile going here. An open mouth smile. We'll start with the top lip and then the bottom coming down this way. One of the things to make this look like Baby Yoda is here on the corners of the mouth, is if you put these lines here and make them pretty big. That's one of his features that really makes it look like Baby Yoda. If you want, you could shade in the mouth, just fill it in. Okay. Now for the eyes, the idea is his eyes are going to be different shapes depending on the expression, but one of the things that you want to keep in mind, this is going to be a happy expression, but his eyes take up a lot of space on the head. They are very large. So I'm going to get these big ovals here for the eyes. Okay, one here. And this oval is going to be large, but you do want it smaller than this oval. Remember, if you're following your midline, you have a lot less room to work with for the eyes on this side of the head. Okay. Now from here, the second thing about Baby Yoda's eyes is that the pupils are very large. So we've drawn a lot of eyes before in our draw-alongs, and usually the characters have the eyeball and a small pupil inside. But Baby Yoda here, Grogu, is the opposite. All this here is going to be shaded in. And there's only going to be a little part in here that's going to be left white. So same thing for this eye here. Let me get the outlines nice and clean. Okay. And then we'll shade it in. I'm gonna leave my shading pretty light, but if you want to go darker, that is your choice. You could go for it. Now with the eyes in place, we're gonna move up to the eyebrows. And one of the things, especially for like a happy expression we have here, the eyebrows, you start inside of the oval and then move up and out. Bring it back down in here. Okay. His eyebrows are raised again. The expression is very happy. Bring it back down to the oval like that. Once the eyebrows are in place, another distinct feature that he has is a wrinkled forehead. Now we're just gonna put one wrinkle right down the middle. We're gonna keep this design nice and simple. So just one wrinkle right here in the middle of the head, following that midline. I think it's gonna make it look nice and cool. Okay, so before we finish up the ears, what I wanna do is move down to the collar. The reason is because, well, we'll start here in the middle. The reason why I want to move down to the collar is because it does cover up a portion of the oval. The collar covers the chin usually on Baby Yoda. So we're going to go up in here and cover this bottom part of the oval. Bring it out past the shoulder and then bring it in this way. Okay. My line here went a little bit long, so I'll clean that up. And this side, same thing, bring it around, past the shoulder, going down, come around this way. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to draw the collar first is because as we finish up the details here on the ears and darken up our line work, okay, what we want to do is separate the top outside part of the ear from the inside part of the ear. So what we're going to do is start at the point here, bring the line going down until you reach the oval. Once you reach the oval, now we're going to follow it down here all the way until we get to the collar. That's why we wanted to draw the collar first, because we didn't want to darken up the oval all the way around here because it's being covered up. So we're going to do the same thing over here. Outline that and then start back up here on the corner. Bring this line coming down to the oval and follow it down to the collar. Nice. Okay, from here we are almost done. We're going to add some cuffs here on the sleeves. Darken that up. Let's go ahead and add the cuff on this sleeve as well. Just like that. Okay. Now, let's work on the hands. So the thing about the hands, when Baby Yoda has his arms down like this, his sleeves usually cover his entire hands, but sometimes you see a little peak of the fingers poking out. And a lot of the times it's just his 2 fingers. You know, Baby Yoda just has 3 fingers there. Usually it's just the 2 fingers coming out. He has some nails at the end. You could add those there. We'll do it here as well. Okay. Maybe the body will be covering the rest of this finger. Maybe we can't see the whole thing. So we'll just do that. Okay. Then we'll darken this up here. You don't have to go all the way up to the collar. I'm gonna leave a little gap here, and this as well. Let's darken that up. The robe also has a seam down the middle where it closes up. So right here, you could follow the bell shape going on here, and that's gonna make it just a little bit more realistic, a little bit nicer detail. And then wrap it around back to here. Go around on this side. There's an extra seam here, going down just like that. Okay, and these are all the parts of Baby Yoda. Now, when I get rid of all these guidelines that we don't need anymore, also in this step, you want to make sure you double check everything. Make sure you didn't forget any parts. Make sure all your line work is nice and clean. And that way at the end, you have a nice finished drawing. There you go. Let me put a few final touches here with my line work. Make sure all the details look good. Okay, there you go. And that is your drawing for this video, Baby Yoda. Hope you all had a good time drawing it. Thank you for joining, and we'll catch you on the next draw along. Bye, everyone.